Hey guys! Hope you're all having an awesome day. I am so excited to be on here to show you a quick little tutorial on how to do the Sarah palette look for the Sanderson Sisters set that I've created. So this is the look that y'all have probably seen the pictures of, using this fun little set for the witches for the season, which is really fun. So the only thing I did different is I did less dramatic eyelashes for you today. That's about it. And yeah, I'm just going to show you how to do that exact look, which is just one of the many ways you can use this fun little palette. So I have mine right here. These are my personal colors. So, I mean, these two I just recently replaced. So you can see how much I use them, which is a lot. So we are going to start by prepping our eye. So obviously I already have all my other makeup on. I am going to start with doing a primer. Now there's two different primers that I love to use. So we have the Mary Kay eye primer, which is in a little tube. I was going to hold it up for you, but I don't know where. Oh, here it is. So we have the Mary Kay eye primer, or my go-to, very favorite, technically, you can still order them, but they are not in our catalog. This is the cream eyeshadow in Beach Blonde, and that's like my go-to primer that I love to use. So that's what I'm going to use today. So I just put this all over my entire eyelid, all the way up to my brow, and it just preps my lid really good. The fun thing, if you use the Mary Kay eye primer instead, is that you can actually, the wetter it is, the brighter the colors are. So if you put it on while it's wet, and then you put the eyeshadow on while it's wet, it makes them more bold. Whereas the cream eyeshadow gives a really good bright base. If you get a lot of like smudging or smearing or creasing in your eyelid, I'd say definitely stock up on these cream eyeshadows before they're completely gone. Because like I said, they're not in our like actual lineup of product anymore. But I'm gonna prep my eye, the entire thing, and then we're gonna start with the all over color brush, which is this one right here. So that's kind of the shape and what it looks like. So that's the Mary Kay eye all over color brush. I can't talk. I just cannot speak recently. It's fine. I'm gonna blame it on my pregnancy. We'll just blame it on that. So hopefully I can find all the right words for you. But we're going to start with the all over color brush and with Merlot, which is this darkest color in the palette. I'm just going to get some on my brush and I'm going to lay it where I want it. So I want it in this outer corner and I want it in my crease. So I kind of just stick it on there where I want it, and then I'm going to come in and blend it. So when I blend, I like to do like small, like little brush strokes, I guess, to blend everything. I am not like the whole windshield washer kind of girl. I mean, if that's you, that's totally fine. Do it how you want, but I just like to have more control over what I'm doing and where it's going. So I choose this method. Now, I will say if you have a problem blending your colors, it's probably because you're pressing too hard. So just a tip for you. If you blend really hard or you're uncomfortable, usually you're probably holding your brush a lot closer. The closer your hand is to your actual bristles, the harder the pressure. So if you have a hard time getting things to blend, try scooting your hand back so you're not applying as much pressure, and that should help you out quite a bit. Okay. Now we're going to go to the next one. So this one is Frozen Iris. I'm telling you guys, my memory is not what it used to be. We're going to lay that right in the middle of your eye and then blend it out into what we already did. I'm going to come a little bit past the middle. So you're kind of filling the middle third of your eyeball with the Frozen Iris. Cleaning off my brush in between colors. And then I'm going to get this pink color. What is this one called? It's called something. I should have a cheat sheet. Oh, I have a catalog right here. Dusty Rose. That's what it's called. Dusty Rose. So this pink one, we're going to get some of that. And we're going to put that like inner corner and then blend into what we already did. So I'm not like pressing it into the inner corner. I'm just doing my entire eyelid basically. So once I've got that, now I'm actually going to take the Biscotti, and since I'm a light enough skin tone, I can use this as a blending color, and I'm actually going to blend all the way across my brow. Not like, you know, the space between the eyeshadow I just did and my eyebrow, just to make sure everything's blended nice. And I'm just going to keep blending it really, really good. I did not put much on there because I don't want to add a ton of color, but I do want it to be nice and blended. Now I'm going to take that same brush. I'm going to press it into my inner corner to really brighten it up, and then blend it into what I already did and into like my bottom lash line as well. Okay, so we have kind of a nice fade going on. Now we're going to go back and make it pop. So I'm going to do this one right here, the Frozen Iris, and I'm going to do it wet. So before I start licking things in front of you, disclaimer, these are my personal eyeshadows. They are not your personal eyeshadows or your personal brushes. You do not lick things, okay? When I'm doing my own makeup, I totally lick my brush to do it. When I'm doing other people's makeup, you know, professionally, to keep things sanitary, I actually use finishing spray, and I'll spray it on my arm, and then I'll like dip my brush in it and then use it. You can't just like spray your brush and then use it. It doesn't do it the same. Like, you have to like get the moisture in there, okay? So we're gonna lick it a little. And then I'm going to get some of this Frozen Iris, and I'm gonna press it and like rub just a tiny bit. But you can see how much more bold and pretty that Frozen Iris gets when you do it just a little bit wet, okay? Now I'm going to clean off my brush again. I'm going to get a little bit more of the Merlot, which was the color we started with, and I'm going to do a little bit more of that in my crease and my outer corner just to make everything really blended. Make everything pop real nice here. Okay, it's looking so good. Now we're gonna switch to the Smudger Brush. So this brush is awesome. I love it. It's kind of like, if you love doing things like, if you're used to doing your makeup with your finger, like this is probably the closest thing you'll get, because you have a ton of control. It's a smaller space, and it's more of a similar pressure because how dense the bristles are. So we're gonna get a little bit of that Merlot, and we're gonna smoke up this outer corner of our eye to about 2/3 of the way. Blend that out. And then you can kind of use the smudger brush to make sure you have whatever shape you're wanting to come off like the side of your eyeball over here, and to darken up this outer corner just a little bit. Okay, and then we're gonna switch to the Dusty Rose, do a little bit of that one coming in the rest of our lash line. So not all the way to the inner corner, but like where your lashes end. I'm doing that, the pink. You don't want to put a lot of shimmer underneath your eyeball. That's where we get wrinkles and things, and you just don't want to accent those, okay? Then we're going to wipe off our brush and get the Biscotti, and we're going to come in here and just really brighten that up. Just like that. So this is our whole base of the eye look, okay? Now the thing I feel like that really made this look pop is the liquid eyeshadow. So you can do this a few different ways. I mean, you can add it just in the middle right on top, which is really pretty as well. I'll share pictures of that on another day, but I want to show you exactly how I did it in the picture, which is with doing this fun pop of glitter in the crease. Just super fun. So what I do is I take just the wand on this glitter liquid. I'm going to wipe off the excess so there's not like a ton on there. And to know where to put it, you need to look straight on in your mirror and then tip your head back slightly and see right where your eyelid starts to like fold up and in. That's where you want to put your pop of glitter. So like when you're looking straight on, you don't really see it. But when you blink and you close your eyes and you do other things, you see it, and it's really fun. So you just take your brush like this with it like the skinny flat way, okay? And we're gonna rub it right here. So I'm gonna place it right in the crease. Now the tricky part, you don't want to open your eye all the way until that's dry. So what I do, because you have to think of your liquid, if you want your liquid eyeshadow to look really good, you got to think of it like nail polish, okay? So if you've ever put nail polish on and you let it dry all the way and you're like, oh, it's totally dry, I'm good, and you go to bed and then you wake up the next morning and it has like the imprint of your sheets on it. Yeah, that's because the bottom, like the top felt dry, but the bottom layers weren't dry yet, okay? So I do a thin layer and I'll use my smudger brush. I'll make sure it's blended out and thin and it's dry all the way. And then if you want to add more shimmer, you're going to do another layer and we're going to make sure those layers are dry. That way you're not going to get any weird creasing or anything like that throughout the day. It's not going to do anything crazy. So that's why for especially stuff like this, you want to like make sure it's dry. Okay, it's like nail polish, right? So there you go. That's all you have to do with the eyeshadow. And then some tips for the lips that come with this set. It comes with the rose lip liner, which is all I have on my lips right now. And then the lip kit, which is this liquid lip color, matte liquid lipstick, and then the lip oil. So in the picture, I did not rock the lip oil. I just did the liner and the lip, the liquid lip. So with my liner, you'll notice it's a little bit lighter through here. So I actually only did liner on like the edges of my lip and then filled in a tiny bit and then kind of just rubbed my lips together because I wanted a slight ombre effect. So I put my liner on. I'm going to show you guys this liquid lipstick because it's so pretty. It goes on super smooth. And if you do it with the liner, like this will literally last me the entire day without me having to touch it up. If I use the lip oil on it, it does fade a little bit faster than if I don't. But when I want that hydration, this is like my favorite thing. Like I will buy all the lip kits so I can have extra lip oil because I love it so much. But it's such a pretty color. And if you want more of that ombre effect and you didn't get it, because I didn't do it very strong this time, I'll give you another tip as a bonus. Just take your concealer, whatever your concealer is. Obviously, I'm using the Mary Kay one. Get a little bit of concealer on your finger and just put it right in the middle there. And then you get it a little bit more. And it helps your lips look bigger if you have small lips. I have small lips. I just know how to make them look big. So that is basically it. The only other thing I did on this eye is I did my liner and my lashes. And then I almost forgot to give you my other fun tip with the liquid eyeshadow. So with this liquid eyeshadow, I also put a little bit on my finger. Just a little bit. Okay. Little bit of glitter liquid eyeshadow. And I put it on my waterline right along, I totally just touched my base, right along my lash line, so it's not in my eyeball. And then you kind of let it dry, and it gives a really fun, let me get rid of that glitter that I got underneath my eyeball. It gives it a really fun extra like little, like you see that shimmer on my waterline. So that is also from that liquid liner. But there you have it. So hopefully that helps. I hope you guys love the Sanderson Sisters palettes and the sets and all the things. And I will be hopping on and doing the other ones later. So make sure you watch for those other videos on the Winnie set and the Mary set. So have an awesome day.